Hello and welcome to Alexplained. I'm Alex. Today I'll be talking about Mortal Kombat. As you know, the movie just recently released on HBO Max, or however else you stream movies these days. Arr! For those unfamiliar with Mortal Kombat, it's a long-running video game franchise. Early on, it was criticized for its gore and violence, and currently it's praised for its game mechanics, status in the fighting game genre, and surprising character entries. With almost 30 years of continuity and 11 mainline games, things can get a little muddled, and there's really no way for movie makers to fit in every single ounce of nuance that there's been. So I'm here to fill you in on the details of what you may have missed, just in case you were curious of what was going on.
Oh, hello, sunshine.
Liu Kang is a Shaolin warrior monk. How is he a monk if he's not really all that peaceful? Well, in the first game, I guess the creators thought of a loophole there by having him not have one of those really bloody and awful, disgusting fatalities. He would just sort of kick the hell out of his opponent, and that would be it. But he would develop a violent edge in the subsequent games, just like, you know, doing stuff like turning into a dragon and chomping them at the waist. Two notable things about Liu Kang. First thing, might be an obvious one, he was modeled after Bruce Lee. You can tell by his fighting style and voice acting. Second thing about Liu Kang is that in continuity, he won all 3 Mortal Kombat tournaments from the first 3 games. How do you know? Well, from the games afterwards, you see who was a tournament winner, and it was always Liu Kang. He beat Shang Tsung and Goro in the first, Kintaro, Shao Kahn in the second, and then Motaro and Shao Kahn in the third. What does that mean? Well, Shao Kahn is a scrub.
And whoops.
In any case, Liu Kang has been referred to by series creator Ed Boon as the Luke Skywalker of the Mortal Kombat franchise. Of course, he must have changed his mind like after 20 years, because in the reboot, he knocked him off at the hands of Raiden, who accidentally killed him trying to stop Shao Kahn. Christopher Lambert disapproves. Next up is Kung Lao, yet another Shaolin warrior monk.
The name is Kung Lao.
Actually, the thing that sets Kung Lao apart is his lineage to the great warrior named the Great Kung Lao. Redundant, I know. But he was a Mortal Kombat champion who ended up dying at the hands of Prince Goro 500 years ago. Not so great after all, huh? So the modern day Kung Lao, I guess we can call him the okay Kung Lao, or pretty good Kung Lao. In any case, he was chosen to be Earth's champion, but he declined because of the consequences of being Earth's champion. Maybe he had to up his greatness. So he stepped aside and let Liu Kang fill those shoes. Poor Jax. As those who watched the movie saw, he lost his arms at the hands of SubZero. Now, the fate of his arms were just as brutal in new continuity, as it was Ermac that destroyed them, as you can see right here. In OG continuity, he did not lose his arms. They were just an upgrade. I guess the roids weren't doing the job.
Mate, they make those in men's sizes?
I'll try to be speedy when talking about Kabal here. Speedy? You
getting enough sleep, mate? Your eyes are a little redder than usual.
Anyways, Kabal was part of the police force alongside Stryker when Shao Kahn's forces invaded the Earth. This is the new reboot in 2011. During the invasion, Kabal was burnt to a crisp by Kintaro, as you can see here. Who saved Kabal but one Kano? You see, Kabal, prior to joining the police force, was a member of the Black Dragon. Kano came back to rescue his pal, and set him up with the respirator and the whole deal, and even the club thingies that are surprisingly sharp at times, you know, only sharp when the fatalities come. And so Kabal felt this tremendous debt to Kano and once again joined the Black Dragon Order. Okay, let's talk about why you're really here, and that's Scorpion and SubZero.
Get over here!
In the first Mortal Kombat tournament, Scorpion joined so that he can have his revenge on SubZero, who he blamed for killing his family. Now, he did have his revenge by the end of the first tournament, killing SubZero. But when Scorpion heard that SubZero joined the second tournament somehow, Scorpion returned so that, I guess he can have double revenge?
Scorpion wins.
In the second Mortal Kombat tournament, it was actually Kuai Lang who took over the mantle of SubZero. Kuai Lang is the brother of Bihan, the OG SubZero, so it makes sense why the brother would have the same powers. Scorpion noticed a difference when he saw SubZero was sparing opponents and not like ripping their heads right off. Okay, it gets complicated from here.
You working for the other fella, that wizard?
Apparently there's an evil wizard sorcerer, Quan Chi, and he was the one who orchestrated Scorpion's family's death. He made it look like SubZero Bihan did it, but it wasn't him. And why did he do this? Well, Quan Chi could not kill SubZero alone. He needed a Wraith to do that, and that Wraith was Scorpion. But why did he want SubZero dead? Well, he wanted SubZero dead because he wanted a Wraith of his own. And that Wraith turned out to be Noob Saibot. Noob Saibot. Yeah, that's a funny name. But if you look at the name, it's actually series creator Tobias Boone backwards. The rivalry between Sonya Blade and Kano was one of the best things about the new movie. In the video game series, it was just as good, barring a few distinctions though. In part 2, both of them were actually captured by Shao Kahn and tied to posts, as you can see in this background of one of the levels. Their blood feud ended with little fanfare as Sonya Blade threw Kano off of the roof of a tall building in part 3, but it was off camera, so there's no footage of that.
I'm a popular guy. Everyone loves me.
So instead, we're gonna have Sonya Blade's ending from part 4. Hopefully that'll make up for it.
The Black Dragon died with Kano. You're the last one, Jarek.
Despite the movie's flaws, you can tell there's a lot of potential for more Mortal Kombat sequels. We can see characters like the Cybernetic Ninjas, Smoke, Sindel, Shiva, and the big boy himself, Shao Kahn. Well, that's it for me. If you like what you saw, leave a comment, subscribe, don't forget to like this video, follow us on social media, and get out of here!